Hi everyone and welcome to my thank card. It's Friday. I'm Jo Herbert and I will be making this step card. And what this card is why it's called a step card. It is like an accordion fold onto the side. Now you can also see the stamp sets that we'll be using today are Vintage Vogue. One of my customers has recently bought this stamp set and it was my very first stamp set I bought with Stampin' Up. So a big shout out to Angela and her daughter Isabella. So this card is dedicated to you. So this is a Vintage Vogue stamp set. I use a lot of clear mounts, so I'll be telling you what clear blocks I'll be using. Now the sentiment here that says happy birthday is used from Bring On the Cake. Okay, and I'll be using that script there. Here's the other one. It's a two case stamp set because there's lots of goodie stamp sets in that one. Okay, so let's get started. Now for the base of this card, it's just half of an A4 cardstock. I'll give you the dimensions. I'll put that to the side. When you score this, you score at 3, 4.5, 7, 11 and 16 centimeters, and you go 10 centimeters in deep. You put a slit from the 3rd centimeter to the 16th centimeter, and then you scored there on the other side 10 centimeters. So what you do is you then fold. You fold down, up and down. And you make sure it's all creased up. Okay, so for the inserts for the side and the panels that go onto the step pieces, I've pre-cut them to save time. Now this, I forgot to mention, this colour here is Rich Razzleberry, which is a very yummy deep colour. The colours that we'll be coordinating with it are Very Vanilla, Not Quite Navy and Pear Pizzazz. Now the measurements for the big cardstock, you're looking at 9.5 centimeters by 10. Then you got 9 centimeters by 9.5. You have got 7.5 by 3.5, 7.5 by 3.5. You got 7 by 2.5, and then you've got 4.5 by 5 centimeters. Okay. Now I'll be using the matching inks because Stampin' Up are very good in coordinating with their colours. So I've got Not Quite Navy, Pear Pizzazz, and Rich Razzleberry. I'll also be showing you a technique today. It's called a masking technique. So what I've done is I've actually stamped on a post-it note the actual image of the flower from Vintage Vogue and the smaller flower. Okay, so I'll show you how we're going to do that. On the large Very Vanilla cardstock, I'm going to be stamping using the vine foliage on from the Vintage Vogue with Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to just create a little border around the large cardstock like that. And then I'll be getting the happy birthday sentiment in Not Quite Navy. So I'll stamp that around there. Then I will get the flower of the Vintage Vogue. I'll get that Rich Razzle. I'm going to stamp that there. And then the small flower, I'm going to stamp that 1, 2, 3, like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stamp the leaf, and then I want the leaf to go behind the flower, and that's why I'm masking it. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So I cover the flower like so. I get my Pear Pizzazz and the petal, and I stamp directly onto it. Then I peel it off, and it looks like the leaves are behind the flower. Okay, so I'm going to do the same for this one. Again, looks like it's behind. Do one on this one. Do one on the top. Like that. Now I might do another one to fill in that gap just there. Like that. See? Now I'll do the same. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can have a look. I'll do the same for the big one. And then one here. Like that. Okay. Now I will be sponging the edges with a sponge dauber, which is a fingertip sponge, using my Pear Pizzazz. I'm just going to go around the edges just to create that vintagey look. Like that. Seeing how it fills all the colours in, and it looks quite worn and vintagey. I love that look. Love, love, love that look. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that on top of the not quite navy cardstock. Take the lid off, that would be good. And I'll try not to hold my snail upside down, which I always seem to do. So I'll put that down like that. And that's that one. So that's the first layer. That's going to go towards the back. The next one of the step card is I'm just going to stamp using the big flower. Stamp that image just right on top. And then what I've done is I've actually stamped that image, or the smaller image already, and I'm going to place that on top of that. I'm getting my paper piercer and just a foam mat. I've got my matte pack coming from Stampin' Up in the mail. I've used a glimmer brad from the Brights collection. See how it glimmers? And I'm going to just pierce that in the middle. In the middle, like that. To get that through. Split the pin. Put that in, that beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my rich Razzleberry finger dauber, and I'm just going to create an edging around that one like that. Like that there. So I'm going to put I'm going to attach that to the not quite navy cardstock. Like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so the last panel that we'll be doing is on the Berry Vanilla again, and I'm just going to use, I'm going to do Pear Pizzazz first. I'm going to do the foliage behind, like that. And then I'm going to put rich Razzleberry. Just take that with me, like that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my finger dauber again, rich Razzleberry ink. Follow it around. Okay. Lay that down. Get it on straight would be good. Okay, now you can see here on this card I've used the lace border punch. It's a big punch, and then I've used the Pear Pizzazz twill ribbon in the new in colour ribbon, so that's quite pretty. So I've just tied a bow, and I've done that already because I didn't want to be showing you how to use a punch, which you've already seen me use. So I've put a strip of Pear Pizzazz on top of the very vanilla cardstock. Peel that off, and now I'm going to put that on the bottom of this like that, and then I'm going to use my glue dots from Stampin' Up. Now I'm going to put their mini glue dots, but because it's a twill, the twill ribbon, it kind of is a little bit heavier than the normal ribbon, so I'm going to use 3 glue dots to make sure it doesn't hop off. So I'm going to put this to the side here, like that. And then now it's just a matter of sticking all the little pieces together. So here's the side panel. And I'm going to tuck that just like that. You can see that. And then I'm going to put that on like that. Now, did you notice I only put adhesive on the bottom of that because otherwise there was nothing to stick to it in the back of that. So let me get this right. So this is the bottom of this bit. So I'm just going to do about 3 rows. I'm going to stick that like that there. Okay. Make sure it's all folded right. Make sure the glue dot sticks the ribbon down. Hang on. I'll just make sure it's on properly. There you go. Nice, simple and sweet card, but it looks quite effective and the colours are very yummy. I hope you enjoy. Now if you want the measurements, you can email me or send me put a comment on my blog and I will get them to you. Alright, so thank you for watching.